Yo, we're down here at Drummer Robot Productions here down here. So we're gonna get just started on some little GarageBand tutorials. As you see down here, I have some little stuff I can show you right now. I'm gonna show you how to do some of this stuff, but not all, because it's basically giving you away all my all the tracks that I'm giving you. So I'm gonna let you hear one. Let's see, not all of it, just some of it, and then we're gonna get into details on how we did it. So let's just wait till this loads and get this started. Alright, so let's just get this started. Alright, so here we go. Turn this up so you guys can hear it. Alright, let's go. Now this is all basically computer music, or the loops from GarageBand, because one, I don't have a MIDI cable to connect the my keyboard to a a laptop or MacBook or Mac. So but when I get that wire, I'm gonna try not to use loops anymore, and I'm gonna use more of the keyboard in my skill set. So alright, let's get into the basics of it. Alright, so when you're creating a track, when you open GarageBand, you should let me just make a new one for you. You should get this. Now, if you do not have I'm assuming you don't have a MIDI cable, MIDI cable like I do, so you would just click on loops. Name it any song you want. I'm gonna name it this. Alright, so let's see. Let's start with the piano, of course. So you want to click piano, and then you should come up with all these pianos. Now you have these type of pianos, or delicate or emotional. Let's do emotional. So let's see how that sounds. I like that one, so let's put that over here. Now when you grab a loop or a track like this, you can now when you put it here, you should see just like that. You should see this, and then you should see this. So this little loopy thing is so that you can copy the same thing over and over again for how many measures you want. And then this thing over here is so that you can trim the whole loop. So let's say you want only this part. You would probably you just want this part, so you just trim it to there, and then all you have is that little part. And then if you want to continuously use that part, you can loop it over like that, and then it'll just continue play this little section over for that particular measures. So as you see that, so I'm gonna, and when you loop something back, it won't show this anymore. It will show this little thing, so you can loop it back. Alright, so let's put this back to normal. Alright, so let's say, okay, so when you start picking a loop, you see how this says delicate and this says emotional. These are genres. So if you mix this up with a delicate, if you're a beginner, I'm assuming you're a beginner, it won't sound as good. So you want to click the same genre as this. So let's say that will go with this, because it's the same genre no matter what. So we're going to start from here. You see how that blended in? You really want to blend in the music. It's as if you're really playing the music, but you're not. So after you're doing that, now let's say you finished all your blending and all of that, you want a little beat to it. You want some drums. So you really want to go to drums, and then you want to go to kits, because now this will show up in this. I personally like this one. I really like this one. So I'm gonna put it over here. So loads up. Alright, so let's say because I want one measure of a piano solo, and then the second measure, both piano in a kit. So in this particular kit, we're using the Loop 80s Pop B09. So let's just start. Now you're gonna see how it blends in the music. You see how that blended in? That's what we really want to catch. That's what we really want. So that's how we do that. Alright, so let's say you've done all that, but you don't want this to be louder than the piano, and you want the piano to be louder than this. You still want the drums to come out just a little bit, so we're just going to do the drum there. We're going to put the piano all the way up there. Now let's say you don't want it there, you want it to where it was, then you bring the drums either down here. Now this should be, then it's going to be louder. But for this particular loop, it's not that loud, so you really want this if you're going to use that. And if you still think that's pretty loud, you can bring it to here. You see, I can barely hear it from here, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't hear it at all. So, yeah, after that, I'm just going to reset this back. So, that's how you do that. Make sure you really blend in. Okay, the next thing I'm going to get into is panning. Now, if you're not what panning is, it's basically where you set, like, if you hear any CD tracks out there, if you hear one particular part where you're on your earphones and one part continually jumps from one to the left ear to the right ear continuously, that's what panning does. It like mixes those things up. So let's say you want this to be on your left, this only to be on the left side of the earphone. Then you will bring it to either this side if you want it just to be a little bit to the left, or you want it to be all the way to the left, you bring it here, etc. And same thing for the right, vice versa, basically. But when you're doing a whole bunch of tracks, you don't want to have everything on the middle here, or everything on here, or here, or here, or here. So you really want to split the tracks. So this is how you split the tracks. Now, since we don't want this in the middle, we want it there. We want to click on Command D, or we go here on track and click duplicate. Alright, so, and then you want that to be there, so then you click on the loop here. You want to click Command C, and then come to your track here, and then click Command B, or edit, paste, and then that comes up. And then you will click on the opposite side that this is in, so it can still be in the middle, so it's on both sides. We just don't want it to be clouding up on this one thing, or it sound like a big mush. So yeah, that's what basically that is. So alright, so you got all your piano or drum stuff, and you want a drum fill for your you want a drum fill. You want a drum fill for your you want a drum fill for your thing. So you want to go to all drums, you want to go to your kits, and then you want to go to fill. And then you should have these. If you don't have these, then you will have something else. But if you don't have some of these, like it'll probably be some of these, it's because I got the new jam pack for GarageBand from Amazon. So yeah. So you want to click one of these, anything you want. I'm going to click the best one, which is yeah, that one. You want to bring it right there. You want to usually create a new one and just in the middle, because this is like a separate track for only fills. And then let's say that. So now let's hear that. Let's loop. Let's get the emotional piano. You want to click reset piano. Let's get the emotional piano 06. And then just do that. And then the fill will be while that is playing. So yeah, and then let's say you want to like adjust a little fill, not like as that 2 measure long, but like 1 measure, and then that one. So let's see how that sounds. And then after that, you want to just get the either a same one or the same genre as 80s pop beat and you want to bring it over here. Now, if you didn't understand some of the stuff in this video, leave the comments in below, and I can go over some of the stuff like this, measures, and all the stuff I was saying, because that's a total different subject. That's like band and music stuff that I don't really want to get into right now. Maybe in another video. So please comment and subscribe my YouTube channel. This is Drummer Productions. See you later.